This day and age we're living in gives cause for apprehension, with speed and new invention and things like third dimension. Yet we get a trifle weary with Mr. Einstein's theory. So we must get down to earth at times, relax, relieve the tension. No matter what the progress or what may yet be proved, the simple facts of life are such they cannot be removed. You must remember this: a kiss is still a kiss, a sigh is just a sigh. The fundamental things apply as time goes by. And when two lovers woo, they still say I love you. On that you can rely. No matter what the future brings as time goes by. Moonlight and love songs, never out of date. Hearts full of passion, jealousy and hate. Woman needs man and man must have his mate, that no one can deny. It's still the same old story, a fight for love and glory, a case of do or die. The world will always welcome lovers as time goes by. Love songs, never out of date. Hearts full of passion, jealousy and hate. Woman needs man and man must have his mate, that no one can deny. It's still the same old story, a fight for love and glory, a case of do or die. The world will always welcome lovers as time goes by. This is a great old song, and I've always wondered what the introduction must have been. And you can tell it's really caught up in that time period of Einstein and all the changes that were happening, at least the changes they were feeling at the time, going from horse-drawn carriages to the nuclear age, and, or is that nuclear? Anyway, we covered one of the chord changes in the last video I did, but you might not be watching these in chronological order, so we're going to be talking about an F sharp, and it's kind of a tone chord in this, or a mood change in this one line, and you're going to go from an E7 to an F sharp. And an F sharp, if you think about your F, you're making an F shape, but you got to bring it up. Now, how do you bring that up to make an F sharp is you're going to have to move this finger up. You're going to have to bar it because you're going to make this nut a different place. And so by barring it here, you're bringing your nut up to that first fret, and now you make your F shape. That's your F sharp. And then the next chord in that same line is a D7, and so if you go up to that second fret and make that D7 shape, it's right there. And this is a really nice place to make that transition. And you may have noticed that's what I was doing, was going from the F sharp to a D7, and then going right up to the next chord is a C, which is your B flat shape at the 3rd fret. So you got a B flat at the 3rd fret is a C. So we're going F sharp to D7 to a C. Then you're going to go back down to a D7 and then to a G, which is that F shape, because if you take that F shape, F sharp, G. Now if you always want to test yourself on this, if you're not sure that sounds right, make the chord that you already know, which this is a G, if you make a chord that's a G that you know is here, it's the same sounds, right? So there you go. And another thing that you can do to make this song sound a little different, and that is, you may have noticed that I do kind of a little chromatic slide on this. And so when you're going, you must remember this, a kiss is still a kiss, a sigh is just a sigh. Now you'd be hanging onto this for a long time. The fundamental, that gap in there, you'd be playing that chord for quite a while. To give it a little bit of musical break up there to keep interest going, you can just slide it down. So you're sliding it down to an F sharp back up to your G if you're barring. Now if you're playing this in the open position chords and you're going C to a D7 to a C to a D7 using that Hawaiian D7, it works fine too. So listen to this. You must remember this, a kiss is still a kiss, a sigh is just a sigh. But now to do that chromatic slide down, what you're going to want to do is change it into a G diminished. And you get the same kind of effect. So you're going, you must remember this, a kiss is still a kiss, a sigh is just a sigh. And then you're going to your A7. Fundamental things apply as time goes by. And one thing you can do even there to break up some monotony of the chord sounds is you're going from a D to a D7. Instead of just playing that Hawaiian style D7, that a 1 open or 2 open 2 open, is play the other style of D7, which is barred, or 2 2 2 3. So you can go, you must remember this, a kiss is still a kiss. And you can even add those two changes in there. So if you're going, you must remember this, a kiss is still a kiss, a sigh is just a sigh. So I guess what I'm saying is, anytime you have a long gap strumming one chord shape, one chord location, I'll say, you can mix it up by playing that same chord in another place. So say I'm playing the C up here, the B flat shaped C. You must remember this, a kiss is still a kiss. Now there I went from the C to the D7, but I know that there's another D7 by barring at the 5th fret and playing an A7 shape. So if you're going 5 6 5 5 there, that's a D7. So if I was at that C and I was going, you must remember this, a kiss is still a kiss, you're still playing a D7, but it's in a different location, and for the listener's ears, it gives them some variety to listen to. So have fun with the song, and I'll go through the intro one more time before we close up this video. This day and age we're living in gives cause for apprehension, with speed and new invention and things like third dimension. Yet we get a little weary with Mr. Einstein's theory, so we must get down to earth at times, relax, relieve the tension. No matter what the progress or what may yet be proved, the simple facts of life are such they cannot be removed. So remember to have fun with the song and make it your own.